Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. If you're an old subscriber, thank you for tuning in, and if you're new here, you're welcome to the family. This is TME with Favor. In this channel, we do things concerning faith, lifestyle, hair care, motherhood that also includes parenting and pregnancy. Well, from time to time, I'll be doing some vlogs, and I'm still thinking about the relationship talks for now, so this is just it. So today I'll just be diving in quickly into what we have today. I'm talking about pregnancy, but then I would like to break it down into three different parts. So then this will just be the first video for first trimester, another video for second trimester, just like that, and then for third trimester. Yes. And also, in case you see me looking down, I'm looking at my book, so I don't dwell so much on a particular topic, neglecting another. So when you hear of pregnancy, right? Pregnancy has to do with a time between the period between birth and between conception rather, and when you put to bed. So that whole period when the fetus is growing in the womb, this is the period called pregnancy. And then for first trimester has to do with from 0 weeks. It's easier to calculate it in weeks, from 0 weeks to 13 weeks exactly. Okay, so when you discover you're pregnant, there's just a whole lot. In fact, there are a lot of emotions all over the place. A lot of people start wondering, what do I do, how do I go about this, what's going to happen, and all of that. You start asking questions, start talking to people. How did you experience yours, what happened to you, and all what's not. Now I want you guys to understand that no two pregnancies are the same. Every pregnancy is unique to itself. Sometimes you might experience a certain way, you might feel a certain thing during this particular pregnancy, but that doesn't mean that's how it's going to be for the next pregnancy. For instance, you're having food craving for this first pregnancy, that doesn't mean that you're going to have food craving. You might have food aversion, so that's avoiding food and all of that for the next pregnancy. So yes, whatever someone tells you is just based on how it was for them, and probably a general research. Now, before I go on, I'd like to congratulate anybody who's looking at this video, who's watching this video right now and just discovered that she is pregnant, or you just saw the test strip and it's showing you positive. Congratulations. I hope you carry your baby to full term, and trust me, you're going to enjoy this whole ride. Pregnancy is a period where you want to have a support system, right? People who can be there for you, people who can share in this whole feeling, this new feeling with you. And I know sometimes, no matter how much support you have, you sometimes feel like they don't really understand what you're going through. And this video will not be complete without me telling you my experience for my first trimester. Hey, okay, what happened during my first trimester? My goodness. First of all, I started experiencing something called hyperemesis gravidarum. That's excessive nausea and vomiting in pregnancy. Mine was so bad that I was having this feeling for like 7 times a day or thereabout. Nothing was staying in my stomach. I couldn't handle anything in my mouth. My nose could pass for hunting. I mean, in my house, the distance between my room and the kitchen is very far. I can tell you what's going on there. And if you go to check, I'm really correct. That's just how it was. Okay, I remember how hubby will have to go to the room, lock the door and eat, so I don't have to perceive it. Or if he sprays, if he wants to spray in the morning before going to work, you have to do it in the car. It wasn't a funny experience really. And also for lights, I just, everything was annoying. It's like everything about me was just so loud. The light was just too bright, the fan was just too airy, like everything was just too much. And if you know me very well, you know I'm a sucker for noodles. I love noodles so much, but during this period I couldn't even stand the smell. Imagine, I couldn't even taste it. When I started eating it, my husband had to literally teach me how to gradually handle that. Now these are certain things I experienced, but I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just telling you that okay, this is something that happened to me. It probably might happen to you or not. So don't be worried about it. And also, I experienced food aversion. I really lost weight. I wasn't eating as I was supposed to. I couldn't even handle anything. I couldn't even go out of the house. So it was difficult for me to go to the hospital to register for antenatal, which I had to wait till my second trimester. That was when I was beginning to get myself. Yes. So if I went through all of this, like in fact, if I now want to define pregnancy based on my experience, I'll say pregnancy has to do with the combination of having the feeling of malaria and menstrual cramps mildly or increased on a daily for throughout your pregnancy period. It wasn't a funny experience, but we thank God we went through it and we overcame. Okay, now we've said that, there are so many things that will happen or that you will do when you realize that you're pregnant, right? Now, the most important thing, and one of the most important things, is to register for your antenatal. Now, when you register for your antenatal, they have you now have what's it called now, appointment for you to come on a particular time that is stated for you. Usually when you're still early in your pregnancy, the number of times you come to the hospital is not that much, but then as time goes on, it's just a short time before your next appointment, right? Because we they know that, okay, at this particular time you'll soon be giving birth and they need to make sure the child is okay. I hope I'm not forgetting it, but if I do, I'll post it. I'll write it on the side. Okay, so what happens during the first trimester? In the first trimester is very very delicate. This period is very delicate. You can easily miscarry. You can have the fetus can have some abnormalities if not properly taken care of, like if you don't look after yourself properly, which is why it's good to register really quickly for your antenatal appointment. I Okay, now so I'll be looking at here at my book so I don't forget anything. Yes. So there are certain things that will go on when you go to the antenatal. First of all, they'll be taking some tests like each time you go there, like your BP check, blood pressure, to be sure that it's not so high, because there are sometimes people experience pregnancy induced hypertension, right? So to be on a check and to really watch everything, they have to do that, the BP test. Then your weight too, so you're sure you're not being overweight or underweight, at least you're very okay and your baby is growing as well, because as you're growing your baby is growing. In fact, as your baby is growing, you too, you're increasing in weight, you're increasing in size, which now reminds me of your sleeping position. You don't want to sleep facing down, you don't want to sleep facing up. The best ways to sleep when you're pregnant is either on your left side or on your right side, and research has shown that on the left side is better because the well nutritious blood flows directly to the placenta as compared to your right side. So it's really best you lie on your side, favor your side. Then another thing they'll do is the urine test. They'll need to check your urine test sometimes to be sure that there are no protein noticed in your urine. Then they'll also do malaria tests. In Nigeria we are really exposed to mosquitoes, so during that period you have to make sure you're under your malaria your mosquito net. So for me, good a thing I'd already treated for malaria or treated against malaria before my pregnancy, else I don't know how I would have swallowed that medication. So thank God, even when I checked, it was still negative. I wasn't having a malaria. Another test is HIV test. Yes, they'll have to run it so that they know how to take care of this child when it's time for delivery, so this child is not exposed to HIV too. Okay, so another thing they'll give you too is your prenatal vitamins. These are very very good. Now during that period, I told you I couldn't handle anything, right? So when you're not taking your prenatal vitamins, you can start experiencing things like hypoglycemia, that's low sugar level or low glucose level in the blood. So it is very vital to take your vitamins. And then pray. Let's start. If you don't know how to pray, this is the time to start learning how to pray. Please, you have to pray. Pray for your baby. Pray for your baby's name. Pray for the doctors that will handle your care, your caregivers, the nurses, even the hospital. You have to pray for every single person and pray for your delivery day. You get, so it's really important that you pray. Also, during that period I was using this. In fact, I always use the version Bible. This Bible has plans where you can it's just like really short books where you can read, sometimes like 3 day plans or thereabout, even up to a year plan, depending on what you're going for. And there are a variety of topics. There are also topics on motherhood, topics to encourage you, and all of that. So it's also it's a good thing if you want to get the U version Bible. It's really good as well. Good music, it's good to play really cool music because it has a way of making you feel calm, making you feel relaxed. You get, so good music is also good. Then, of course, you should study the word. Yes, which will keep you going all through, remembering all the promises of God that you will give birth as the Hebrew women. Yes, so things to avoid during pregnancy. As I said earlier, your first trimester is a very, very delicate period, a very fragile time that you can easily lose the child. So you should avoid any strenuous activity or any unnecessary trips. Like in some places that their roads are really bad, you just have to avoid unnecessary trips so you don't lose this child. Avoid carrying too heavy things, yes, so that, and if you have to exercise, for me, I'll appreciate you just taking a few walks here and there because they have a way of keeping you going so your leg won't swell. When you're lying down, sometimes you can place your legs on the pillow so for easy blood flow, right? So it's really important. Avoid alcohol. I remember one time someone was asking me, so are you telling me all throughout your pregnancy you're not supposed to take alcohol? I said yes. She was like, I hope I can survive this. You have to survive. You have to find a way to survive because you can't take alcohol. You also cannot take caffeinated drinks or too much or caffeine. You just shouldn't take it because it will be harmful to your fetus. Peradventure you're to take any medication or there's a need to take any medication, please you need to inform your your GP, your doctor that you're pregnant so that they'll be careful the kind of medications to give to you because there are certain times that you don't it doesn't show. Some people are not even aware they are pregnant. Then for the part where it doesn't show, in case this person doesn't know, because there are some drugs that are teratogenic or that are really harmful or can cause harm or kill this baby, so you want to be very careful and vocal about it. Yes, so avoid smoking. Please do not smoke. Just try and avoid it, and avoiding places where you have to go through something we call secondary smoking, whereby you're not exactly the one holding the cigarette, but you're perceiving the flames or the fumes that it's producing, right? So you just have to avoid it. Then avoid raw meat, raw meals like egg, fish, and all of that. They are not very good. Even eggs, you just try and avoid it and make sure you eat healthy. Okay, so I hope I haven't forgotten much. As I said, I will be doing a 3 part series. So for now, this will be the first, this for the first trimester. I'm trying so much to remember or do a brief summary of a whole lot of things, and I hope this is helpful for you guys. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, I really hope you should subscribe. Just go back, give it a thumbs up, and click on the notification bell so you get notified. Click on all so you get notified each time there is a video, and then you're aware of it. I hope this has really helped somebody today. Don't forget to share, please, because there's someone out there who needs to hear this. Because when you're talking about pregnancy, this is a very, I don't know, this is a very fragile time of your life and one of the most important times of your life that you have to take care of a whole being in your stomach. You just have to take, something is going on inside you, something is going on your inside. You just have to be very careful and take very good care of yourself. Avoid anything that will cause you unnecessary trauma, psychological breakdown, emotional disaster, whatsoever it is. Just try and make sure that you're in the comfort of good people, people who really care about you, family, friends, or thereabout. Just make sure you take very good care of yourself. Yeah, so this is the end of this video. Watch out for the second video on the second trimester. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless you. I love you once again. This is TME with Favor. Bye bye.